Hello and welcome once more to my channel here on YouTube. Now, today I want to bring forth a topic that's been in my head for a very long time. So, I want to talk about security, obviously, but what kind of security do I want to talk about, and why is it that I show this red triangle? Now, what I really want to talk about is what is security, because I do hear many people say that security is functionality. I especially hear it from programmers that they think or have an idea that security is all handled by technicians or something that is written in code. Or you talk to system administrators and they think that security is something you can configure yourself out. I know I'm taking like a stereotypical way approach to this, but it's something that I feel needs to be addressed in a certain manner, so it kind of sticks out to explain what is it that this is all about. So let's look at this red triangle one more time. Now, what does that really represent? We see stuff like security, we see stuff like functionality, and we see stuff like ease of use. Now, the ease of use commonly used is a work task that go around designing an application. Let's, for example, use a web application for an example. So the web application team of designers and front-enders and UXers and all these kind of different jobs work on the ease of use features, right? And when I say features, it's more like you say that this is something that should be able to be put together in this certain way. Alright, so I have your functionality thing. That is probably more programmers, right? But it can also be developers in terms of, now programmer developers are the same thing. I mean, like system administrator. Then you have the security part. Now, what is that? Is that a special kind of role? Is that a guy that is educated in some way? What is it? Well, security is many things. It is a really broad term that basically means everything, right? It goes around physical security, digital security, information security, web security, server security. You can say anything really, basically. Human security, whatever part of security you want to mention, it is all about that. So really what I talk about is, can you say that security is functionality? Can you say security is design? Now, what is it? Now, I know that you probably say that this is a biased opinion. All opinions are biased. But in the end of the day, we all know this triangle here, and it kind of splits functionality, design, and ease of use and security into three different sections, which is exactly what I want to talk about right now. So the issue at hand here is that if you take a programmer and they say like, I want to put everything down to like functionality, then you get a really bad security. So what do they do wrong? If they create all the functions, you can log in, you can copy your password, you can post, delete, update, you can do anything basically to your website. Why is it that that's not creating any kind of security? Well, the answer is quite simple, and if you're ready for it, I'm gonna tell you. Anyways, here it is. Security is not functionality. Really, it isn't. And then some of you say, but listen. You write the code for security. Well, some parts of it, some small parts of it, is code-based, but is it a function thing? Is security, when you log in, you have insecure login and secure login. It's the same process you're going through, more or less. You're giving some sort of authentication, detail, password, whatever, right? And then it kind of authenticates you and log you in. All right? So what the insecure part, what kind of functionality was less or more, and what is it? It cannot be defined like that. So you could probably say that, but I wrote the code that did something and then verified if I were the correct user and so on, and like, yeah, But has it anything to do with the actual function like logging in? No, it doesn't. Not in direct relation. So that is why you really need to focus on splitting things up and verifying that the whole term of security is something that is non-functionality. Is there anything you can say is security as a function? Does it really exist? Well, in a cloud environment, like the SaaS and the platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, whatever, function as a service, I guess you could rent a login functionality that is secure, but that is a function as a service. But what is it that you're renting? Well, it's basically the login thing, and that is secure. You can have the same function as a service without security, so it doesn't really. As soon as you start talking about it, you just immediately see that, oh yeah, this is not security. It is it's not functionality. This is non-functionality, right? So it's a non-functional requirement, having something that is secure. Now, people also talk about design, so security as design, security by design, and I agree with that, because then you design your application to be more secure. That really means that you apply non-functional requirements to your functional requirements. It's saying that you have a login function and it needs to verify that whatever. But that need in that sentence is really based on something that is not a part of the actual login functionality. So I wanna show a thing more, and this is just another guide. You can just find best practices for writing secure Java code. It's rather new, I would say. It doesn't really matter, 2021. It's not old at all. You look at this, you see like only use tried and tested libraries. Yeah. Including libraries, including code using others' code is not tested well enough, could be insecure. And you can go like always hash your passwords. Yeah, hashing a string is a function. So in a way, you could say that hashing your passwords is done by one function, but the whole operation itself, by that hash your password, what is that meant for? Is it for some function that is convenient for the user? No. Is it some function that is convenient for security? Yes. Oh, so it's securing. So then you go back and look at it from a different angle and say like, that is really not a function. It is a layer of abstraction that puts on more oomph to the application. The best way I can explain it. And no matter what you look at, write simple Java code. But that's not a function. That is a style of writing code. It is a non-function requirement. Prevent SQL injection attacks. Sure, that is an actual attack type. But having SQL queries to a SQL server, for example, or in MongoDB, let's just say SQL for now, well, that is probably a function that needs to insert, delete, update, delete something from a database. And preventing SQL injection attacks is easy enough by using something called prepared statements. However, if you don't do it, you will still have the same function available to you. So the function is not different if you're using insecure API or secure API. And that's a fact. So again, I'm just trying to, with all the arguments that I can tell you, and hopefully you agree with me, and you can go ahead and communicate this kind of idea, well, it's not say idea, but truth, you can say that, to the company, So I think this video can be really long, but I just want to address that, when I'm a teacher, for example, at a school, we have ongoing educations, and I see many times when the students pick my elective, they usually say, where is the code? And it's like, yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not there, right? There are some examples, but it's more like, how do you hash something, for example? We talk about it, but most security things is something that you need to build in. So it's something you need to qualitative take, need to have some sort of qualitative analysis by talking to people and planning it in head and making up your mind, taking some decisions on how to build things, and then you can do it by all the functionality afterward, put the functionality in, but you need to make sure that the security is there. So if you're not avoiding, for example, that let me just take something here, that error handling, you're not logging stuff, then whatever request is incoming to the web server, it's not being logged. Now this is a web server, so you think as a programmer, that's the system administrator's job to do that, or is it? Couldn't you just have done it? Did you log some stuff from your code to some file whenever you detect an anomaly login request or something like that? So it's really easy to say that security is a function, and there are ways to think in functions when you talk about security, but it is really difficult because it's really not a function. It is non-functionality, and that is what this video is all about. I want to say one more time, getting back to the triangle, there are 3 different terms. Use them correctly in this particular manner, and then you will get it right. Thank you.